recording? What's going on, people? Just another quick video today. As promised, I got a tutorial for you guys. This time it's going to be a galaxy. It's simple galaxy, though, not something super complex or detailed. But it's a look you can't go wrong with. And in my opinion, it's impossible to get it wrong. So today is going to be on the Jordan 10. This is actually the finished shoe, and I'm going to show you how I did all of this. Let's get into it. Alright, so for this custom we using Createx yet again. It's just easier to work with through the airbrush. We got fluorescent pink, fluorescent purple, transparent blue, opaque white and black, and then we have another lighter transparent purple. It's I think it's raspberry. First step will be to use that raspberry with this Nebula stencil. I honestly forgot where I bought it. I want to say eBay, or it might have just been like Amazon or something. Stencil cost me like $25. I got it a while ago, way before I got any type of following or anything. But you kind of just want to be random with this cloud stencil and just put it in different spots, spraying it. You don't need full coverage. You actually want to leave most of it kind of white looking. Again though, don't be afraid to make mistakes because it's nearly impossible to mess this up. And you don't have to necessarily use this particular stencil. They have a lot of different like galaxy and space type stencils and cloud stencils. Any type of cloud stencil will work for the look that we're going for today. Then once you pretty much got, that's how your first coat should look. You only need one coat for each color. Next up, we're gonna be using that transparent blue, and you basically gonna be doing the exact same thing that you just did with the raspberry. You know, just random spots, still leaving quite a bit of white showing. And you don't want to cover all of that purple or pink, whatever color you want to call it. You don't want to cover all of that. You want to leave some of that showing, but you do want to get a considerable amount of this blue. Again, you want everything to be light though. It's all about durability. The lighter the coats, the more flexible the paint is. Again, this is the simple galaxy though. So like I said, it's kind of hard to mess up once you see it all come together. I know right now you're probably like, this looks pretty terrible. But at the end of the day, it'll look pretty dope. After that, and you've let it dry, we're gonna go in with the fluorescent purple and the fluorescent pink, the actual purple and pink. This time we won't be using the stencil per se. We're just gonna hit some of those lighter areas where the white is still showing more so. First up, we're gonna go with the pink and just kind of go around with it and mist it lightly. Like I said, you're really just targeting those areas that have white showing, and then we're gonna go in and do the same thing to the areas that are left with purple. Because when we hit it with the blue, it kind of made the shoe look a bit more blue, and you want to bring that purple back out on top of it. And it's all about layering too, because that gives it depth. And in a Galaxy Custom, that is what it's all about. Like, you want to give it depth so it looks, you know, spacey, I guess. Yep, just a little bit more. And then, yeah, you can go in with the stencils as well if you feel like some areas need a little bit more detail. But it's all your preference and how you prefer to do it. After we finish up this and you want to let that dry again, we're going to go in with the black, the opaque black. And now we're going to be using the stencil and just a little bit of like misting in random areas. You want to add some of that darkness to it. This really brings out the depth as well in your galaxy and kind of makes it look more like space. And you want to just get different spots all around the shoe. There is no wrong way to do it, no wrong spots to do it, but you just don't want to oversaturate it with black either. You don't want to be too heavy. You want to be lighter, like maybe even lighter than you were with the other colors, because black is so much stronger. And again, it's opaque. Almost getting around there. Finally, we're going to be using this opaque white. This is my favorite step, and honestly, to me, the most important step when I do this particular type of galaxy, or any galaxy for that matter. This is like a stardust effect I like to do. You kind of mist your airbrush in different random spots, especially those lighter areas. Again, you want to hit, and it'll really give you that, like, I guess like the best way I can put it is stardust look. It'll bring that effect out, and it'll also give you a couple stars too, but we're gonna add a few more after this as well, so that's not a problem. That's how it should look roughly once you've stardusted it out. Now we're gonna be using this brush. I want to say it's close to like a horsehair brush. I don't use a toothbrush because it lodges with paint too much, and then you gotta, I don't know, it's just too inconsistent. You want to make sure you don't have too much paint on it though, and then flip. You want to have some larger stars and some smaller stars. That'll make it so it looks like you have some stars closer than the others, and again, it helps you with that depth. Everything about a galaxy is having depth in the work. You want it to look kind of like you could reach into it and it would be endless. After you've added your stars, which we should be finishing up in just a second, you want to go back in with the white in your airbrush. Now you're going to pick the biggest stars and the ones you want to stand out, and you're going to kind of go in and just really finely and closely small spray them so that they have so that they start to look like they're glowing. You can, I mean, some people don't do this step, but honestly doing this step makes a big difference, and it really brings out the colors and the galaxy look that you're trying to go for. See, you're just getting those larger stars. You don't want to focus on the smaller ones, and you don't want your glow to be too large too, because then it doesn't look as organic. Yep, just picking a few. And like I say, this is a simple custom, but I mean, it does it every time. Time to take this tape off and see what we're looking at. Outside. What's going on, everybody? Another quick vid today. I forgot what I was gonna say anyway, so it don't matter. You gotta pause it and do it.